Hey, it's Rhianna. Welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna be vlogging today. Yay!
Here's a look at the storm, and here's a look at where it's headed as the one of our computer models taking it, making a landfall right into the Corpus Christi area. Again, this is just one of the models, and where it takes it, some of the other models will take it a little bit closer to Houston, but for sure, you can see all of the rain that is expected with Harvey as it continues to march on across. The official forecast track from the National Hurricane Center is not good news for us at all, as it looks like it had become a weak hurricane. 75-mile-an-hour winds right as it makes its landfall near Corpus Christi, and then it stalls out and then turns back to the east. And again, it's slowly making that turn back to the east, and while it's slowly making that turn, it's repeatedly dropping rain on us over and over and over, and that's why the flooding threat is the main concern that we are dealing with. So
I don't know how many of y'all live in like Texas or like on the Gulf or pay attention, but there is a system in the Gulf of Mexico right now. It's like just barely into the Gulf of Mexico. It's the remnants of Harvey, and it has been pretty much 100% guaranteed that it is going to redevelop, and as of right now it is headed towards like Houston, so pretty much gonna get hit. Luckily, it looks like it's not really gonna be anything significant, just a bunch of rain. But you never want to assume anything. And today's Wednesday. It's supposed to like hit maybe over the weekend. And so I'm actually running some errands, getting us prepped, like hurricane preparedness. So, so there's a couple things that are on my list today that I need to get done, and I figured I would take y'all along with me. My first stop is Walmart. But it has nothing to do with that. I have to pick up the booster seat for Riley. On Tuesdays, I'll be picking her up from school. And her mom purchased a booster seat for me to have in my car. But then after that, we'll start our hurricane prep stuff. So, alright, let's go into Walmart. The desire to want to look at school supplies is super strong because there's like a million aisles of school supplies right now, but I'm resisting. I'm only here for the booster seat. I'm not buying anything at Walmart. But I just picked it up and I'm over here in the toy section because it's where the pickup is. You can see behind me. They've got a cleaning cart playset. It's got a little dust buster and a broom. And like a little fake Swiffer thingy. That's adorable. Ah, the temptation. No, they're good. I did it. I resisted the urge to look at school supplies, look at any of the other stuff besides that little package, little pencil case. And I did not buy anything at Walmart. I feel like I should get a certificate or something. Okay, now we're gonna go to Aldi. This is where I'm gonna get some cases of water and all of our non-perishables for the house for the hurricane. Okay, I lied. First gas, then Aldi. Always super important that you top off your tank, have a full tank of gas, because you never know. Not necessarily for like evacuation purposes, but because if gas supplies run low, you don't want to have to wait in line for gas. So, you gotta keep your tank full when there is a hurricane in the Gulf. Super important step. Now to Aldi, for real this time. Okay, here's some of the stuff that I got. This is like the non-canned goods. I bought a bunch of these carb conscious elevation bars. We have cranberry almond, caramel chocolate peanut nougat, caramel nut, and peanut butter fudge crisps. I picked up some chips for all of us, taquitos for Ryland, hot and spicy pork rinds for Jonathan, regular pork rinds for me, pepperoni slices. These are for Ryland and Donnelly, I guess. They're the dipped granola bars. We've got peanut butter and chocolate chip, some fully cooked bacon, and then these just some snack cookies, Chips Ahoy, and the Nutter Butters. When you're buying canned goods, you want to think about things that don't need to be heated up, that you can tolerate cold, obviously, because there's always the potential that you're going to lose power. And then you also want to think a little bit outside the box, and you want to get stuff like evaporated milk in a can because you may not be able to get milk, or the refrigerated milk have gone sour or whatever. And then I picked up a couple things that are not food related at all, so let's take a look. So I have some canned chicken, beef stew, I got chili, I got both with beans and without. I have some grape jelly and a loaf of bread. There is a humongous thing of peanut butter in our pantry, so I didn't buy that. Corned beef hash, pork and beans, mini beef ravioli, the giant cans. I was actually looking for the regular size cans, but I couldn't find them. So 4 cans of tuna, some Vienna sausages, Spam, the evaporated milk, like I said, and then some of the hand sanitizer. I have everything stored over here in the bags away from everything else, just so we don't accidentally eat anything that's supposed to be saved for the prepping. Okay, so I showed y'all everything that I bought. I also showed y'all that it's stored away from everything, so because it's not going to hit here until Friday, Saturday, you want to make sure that you don't, like I said, you don't have it with your regular food and such, because you don't want it to like accidentally get eaten. A couple other hurricane prep tips would be to get any prescriptions filled, like any refills or anything like that for anything that you take. We don't take anything, so I don't have to worry about that. You might also want to look into getting cash out of your bank, just in case, you know, like I said, there's no power. That means there's no ATM, so you can't get money, and then debit cards may not work. So those are things that you need to consider as well. Obviously, this store may not even do anything. We may not even lose power. It may not even cause any flooding. There may not be any issues. But the point of being prepared is preparing for the worst. So I don't think that it's like silly to go out and buy these things, because it's nothing that we shouldn't have on hand anyways, especially considering where we live. So here's my list of things that you need to do to prepare for a weather event, specifically a hurricane. You want to stock up on non-perishables, lots of canned goods. You want to get a case of water, or like I think it's a gallon of water per person per day, for at least 3 days. So I did cases of water. We did one for each of us. That's 24 bottles. I think they're like 16 ounces for me, Jonathan, Ryland, and Donnelly. Some of the canned goods that I suggest are things like canned meats, beans, things that are definitely going to keep you full and satisfied for longer than like chicken noodle soup or something like that. Of course, you also want to buy things that are going to be fun to eat, because you're going to be tired of eating, you know, Spam out of a can for days on end if that is what ends up happening. There we go. You want to fill up all of your vehicles. If you have any pets, you want to get pet food and any pet medications as well. Obviously, you want to clean up your yard, so if you have any lawn furniture or, you know, lawn decorations or anything like that, you definitely want to bring those inside. That's really important. It's also a good time if you have any like landscaping issues that you know of, like any branches that are loose, that you go ahead and trim them, those kind of things, because in the event of high winds, they will definitely get knocked down. If you live close to the coast, you might want to look into like boarding up your windows, that kind of stuff. That's not anything that we have to be concerned with here. And if your area is expected to be one of the areas that are harder hit and you are concerned about like power loss, potential of like, you know, the water quality, that kind of thing. You want to go ahead and fill up all the tubs in your home. So you want to get your tubs cleaned out and fill them up with water before the storm comes. And you can use those to be able to bathe, like do little like bird bath type things, as well as flushing your toilet. In the case of there not being any water, you can use a bucket, and pouring water into the toilet will force it to flush. Obviously, like I said, this is like over prep, and some of these things, you know, Jonathan and I won't be following because we're not really concerned with the, you know, with us being hit like that in our area as of right now. But I figured I would share the information because I don't know who's watching this and I don't know where you live. So this will be like my 5th hurricane, or maybe even more. The last one was Ike in like 2007-ish, and that was a pretty bad storm for the Houston area. We were without power for about a week. Alright guys, let me know down in the comments, have you ever experienced any type of natural disaster, and like what do you do for like prepping and stuff like that? I will be vlogging this weekend, especially if it ends up being anything exciting. And I'll be doing hurricane watch, you know, for y'all, because I know that's super exciting. Subscribe so you don't miss out. Don't forget to click that thumbs up button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!